Good morning, DIALED fans, and welcome back to Lenzerheide for the fifth and final day of racing, XC Finals. This morning, Cole and I sat down with Matthew van der Poel to learn more about one of cycling's greatest. We hope you enjoyed our content here in Lenzerheide this week. We do have some special content coming out after this, and until then, we'll see you in Mont Saint Anne for World Champs. So, the first question I'd like to ask you is tell me about the moment you started racing mountain bikes and what inspired you.
I think my inspiration was the Olympics. First I wanted to Rio, but that plan failed a little bit because I had a small knee injury as well the first season. But I started in Cyprus, I think now 3 or 4 years ago, and mainly because I wanted to reach the Olympics, which isn't a discipline in the sport I did, cyclocross. So yeah, I think that's the main reason why I started.
Have you always ridden mountain bikes?
No, I hadn't ridden it at all before I started, so it's only 3 or 4 years now that I ride it, and it's mostly the technical skills that you need from mountain bike that attracted me to the sport.
Nice. And what's your favorite part about mountain biking?
I think training is the thing I enjoy doing most because you can get to some place where you can get with the other two bikes, and especially the downhill coming back down. The climbing is not always that fun, but downhill is always fun.
And what was the biggest challenge you faced when transitioning into mountain bike racing?
The bike in general, for me it's not the bike I'm used to, so my cyclocross and race bike it feels normal when I jump on them, and the mountain bike is just, it doesn't feel like it's something I did my whole life because I didn't, and now it's starting to get better and better, I think. So I had to get used to the courses as well. They're pretty hard, they get pretty technical from time to time, so I think that was the biggest adaptation I had to make.
Awesome. And are there any specific things that you do to set up your bikes, like unique for you yourself?
Yeah, I try to get my position a little bit the same as my road and cyclocross bike, so that's something you don't see very often in mountain biking, but I tried to get a typical mountain bike position first, but that didn't really work for me, so it works for the other guys who are their whole life already on that bike, but not for me, so we try to make it as comfortable as possible for me.
And how about suspension? That's something totally new to you.
Yeah, it is. It's still difficult for me. I ride the same suspension setup throughout the whole year, I think. I basically never adapted. I think for me it's good like it is, and I'm not someone who feels all the little tiny differences, so I'm kind of happy that I don't, because I see a lot of riders doing a lot of changes, and yeah, it would get me maybe a little bit nervous, so I try to have one setup for me that works, and I try to race that setup the whole year.
Awesome. And what's the greatest lesson you learned from your dad?
He learned me a lot of lessons, especially in the beginning of my career, but I think the biggest lesson is when I don't feel like riding my bike one day, I don't have to, so he always says, yeah, if you don't have a feeling you want to go outside and ride your bike, it's a sign that your body is a little bit tired maybe, so then I take a day at home and rest.
And I understand your dad raced in the Tour. How did that play a role in your career?
Yeah, in the beginning he helped me a lot, and especially during cyclocross it's quite technical as well. So tire pressure and stuff, it was really useful to have someone who knew already about those things, but I think I'm quite stubborn at some point, so I decided quite early that I wanted to do my own things, and I went my own path.
Awesome. And how do you deal with the pressure from racing at such a high level?
Yeah, I've already had that pressure since I've begun racing. Because of my dad and my granddad, it brings certain pressure, but yeah, now I'm used to it. It doesn't really affect me. I think I raise the bar as high as possible for myself, and I try to get some good results, and that's the most important for me.
Okay. Anything that you do to kind of decompress after a race?
Yeah, mostly to eat something I like, because cyclists have to pay attention to their food a lot. Yeah. I do that also, so it's quite nice to eat some French fries or something after a tough race.
Awesome. And what's the one piece of advice you would share with an up-and-coming racer?
The typical advice everyone gives. I think just enjoy the sports, otherwise I don't think you can make it if you don't enjoy riding your bike, because you have to ride it daily and very long. So if you don't like it, you should choose another sport, I think.
Okay, great. What do you enjoy doing on your time off?
I think when I'm at home, I try to get in touch with friends, because I'm away quite often, so it's nice to catch up with them. And when I have the time, I like to ride some dirt bikes as well.
Nice. Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thanks for your time.
No problem.
What's up? What's happening?
Sup, what's happening, Dialed fans? That's it from me. I'll not be going to North America. We've got some Americans for that. So yeah, gonna head back to Scotland, see the dog, ride some bikes, back to normality.
Hey guys, so that's the last you'll see of me now for the year. Unfortunately, we don't get to go to North America. We'll be going back to Scotland. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully see you next year.
Hi DIALED fans, I want to thank you for watching. I won't be joining you for the next rounds of the World Cup, because I'm heading back to Fox Factory Germany, where I work as tech.
So that's a wrap for Lenzerheide and Europe. We're heading back to the United States, and then most of the crew will join us at World Champs in Mont Saint Anne. It was a pretty good week overall. Pretty good trip to Europe, really, but awesome to see Mathieu van der Poel crush it in the XC again. We had some pretty amazing downhill results too, short track results, junior results. It was a good week. I hope you guys are enjoying the episodes, and we will see you in Mont Saint Anne.